Hey guys, got another stage 4 Commodore package that we've just completed. This one here is a 2014 Holden Commodore. Got the L77 engine in it, and it's a wagon obviously. So L77 is the DOD, displacement on demand, or active fuel management, AFM. Customer had a few requests, so he wanted to get rid of the camshaft and get rid of the DOD lifters. That's an easy job. He wanted the exhaust system on there. That's easy, but he didn't want any drone, and he didn't want a camshaft that was too aggressive or too jerky down the highway and so on. So we had to make a compromise on what we use. So we've chosen to use the Pacemaker twin 2.5-inch exhaust system, and we've chosen to use the Pacemaker tri-Y headers. Now, a little bit under exhaust before it is, but in saying that, for the power it's making, the exhaust system is correct. So if we put a bigger camshaft in it, we'd want to have a twin 3 on it. But in this case, the customer wasn't looking for outright power. He wanted a good power increase, good low down torque increase. He didn't want to lose any drivability and didn't want to lose any low down power, and wanted to maintain as much of the driver comfort of the car. So that's cool, I respect that. So we set out to do it, and we've chose to use a Crocam 203 something. So we'll show you that when we get to the dyno sheet. But there's pretty much the engine bay there. So tri-Y headers, they're quite small, which perfectly suit this combination. So, and the MAF VCM OTR. So a lot of people question us on the MAF OTR. So why don't we go MAFless? Look, up to 350, 360 kilowatts, I don't even see a single reason or point to remove the airflow meter. It's an extra dimension of tuning. It gives you greater tuning scope and ability to dial these things in. The transmission calibration most certainly loves to keep the airflow meter in place. I'm not saying you can't get it right. You can get it right, but why reinvent the wheel? Like, the airflow meter works well. It doesn't give you any restriction, gives you great drivability, great tuning scope. No need to remove it. They just simply don't need to do it. Unless you get over that certain power level where the airflow meter becomes an intake restriction, then I completely understand it. Then it's feasible to go in there and redo it. But that's our sort of reasons why we don't go changing it. Another thing is, people get a little bit confused when we talk about stage packages. So our stage 4 package in this case is intake, exhaust, and a camshaft. But what exhaust we use and what camshaft we use is up for discussion with the customer. And I've touched base on this in a few other videos, but I just feel like we need to do it because someone's going to come on here and do the whole, what's the stage 4? Why is there a stage 3? And yada, yada, yada. It's just a generalization of the package, but we can change it. So it's like a bag full of lollies, and you want to put red lollies in there, or you want to put green lollies in there. It's just, there's 6 lollies, and you can change the color of those lollies. You know, if that doesn't make it as simple as it needs to be, then there's not much I can do to help you. But anyway, moving on from that, so let's have a look at the dyno sheet. So I'm actually absolutely stoked with this one. This has worked out really well. So we ran this car up on the hub completely stock, so 238 kilowatts, 446 Newton meters, and after the upgrade it's now 315, 532 Newton meters. And you can see there's no loss of torque or power range at all across the RPM range. So the camshaft we have used, we'll zoom in on there, so it's a Crocams, it's a 871780, and the numbers on it is a 203, 219 on a 114 lobe set. Absolute baby camshaft, like it is small as. It's got a good lope at idle, but it's nothing, you know, over the top. Like it's as close to a stockish sort of grind as you can get as far as drivability and sound and all that sort of goes, but it's just got a nice rumble in it. So you want to be a bit of an undercover brother, then that's cool. This is sort of what you want to put in there, and you know what I mean, no one's really going to know too much about it. So, but they will know that's got a camshaft in it because you can certainly hear it there. So, but once again, so they're the components. So Pacemaker twin 2.5, DOD delete, camshaft upgrade, VCM OTR. So as you can see off the bottom, you know, like pretty much right from, you know, sort of 70 kilometers an hour, we have lost no power at all. We've gained power. We've gained it all the way. So the only spot where I would say, like with it, you can see the torque here. The torque comes up, then it sort of rolls off a bit and then comes on again. This is probably where you could capitalize on a good stall converter, where you could maintain that torque multiplication, and that would help keep the torque up through here and keep the power sort of through this little bit of a hole section. And that's just, you know, just the camshaft's just a little bit too small, and you could, yeah, you can just fine tune it, but you know, where do you draw the line? You just keep throwing money at things. This is going to give the customer everything that he wants. He's going to be happy as with it. He's going to drive it around. It's going to not drone. It's going to make the power that we need it to make, and everybody's happy. You know what I mean? I'm happy. The customer's happy. And yeah, so it might not be your taste, or it might not be someone else's taste, and someone might say, oh, that's too small, I wouldn't spend that money on it, whatever. This customer, this is what he wanted, and this is what we set out to build. He told us his goals. We sat down, we fine-tuned our package to suit his goals, and I believe we've ticked it all. Yeah, I'm stoked as with it. So I'm not sure if I've covered everything on this video, but I feel like I have. If I haven't, just hit me up in the text or the comments, and let me know what you think. Let me know if you reckon this is what you like, or if you don't like it. But either way, she's done. Customer's going to be happy. Have a good weekend, guys.